Barcelona!
I'm Steph.
And I'm Pete.
And that's our 2-year-old son, Hayes. We were selected by Airbnb to travel the world for a year, calling a new destination home for a month at a time.
Follow along.
We just had a wonderful few days in Montpellier. Now we're on a train to Barcelona. The weather in Montpellier was truly miserable, so we only have 2 days in Barcelona, and we're hoping that it's not quite as cold and rainy and windy, but it might be. Anyway, stay tuned to see what we get up to during 2 brief days in Barcelona. Hello from the elevator of our Barcelona apartment! That's not that nice, so we'll spare you the Airbnb tour. But it's gonna be great for 3 days, which is how long we are here. 2 days, 3 nights. Pete and I both haven't been here in like 15 plus years, so it feels like a new city, which is really fun because it's a big, popular European city that we more or less have not seen. And we're just gonna see some things and eat some things and make a video about it. Hope you enjoy. We haven't gotten even half a block down the street and we've spotted our closest playground over there. But what's even better, and if you've watched any of our South Africa videos, is there's a bar that looks very popular right next to it. So at some point in this video, I'm sure you will find us having a drink while Hayes plays on the playground. Something else we haven't seen in a really long time since we were in Rome is public drinking fountains. Look at this. I just love Europe so much. I'm sorry, I do. Alright, so we just had dinner. We went to a place called Gasterea. It might have been a tourist trap. I think I just saw it on Google. It had 4.6. We were headed somewhere else.
It doesn't matter.
That's what I was gonna say. It doesn't matter. We were headed somewhere else. We walked by that place and it looked, I don't know, a little bit stuffy, not as child friendly. I mean, this one wasn't that child friendly. Anyways, we went to this one. It was a pinchos bar, so the like Barcelona style of tapas that are all served on little pieces of bread, more or less, I hope. And there was definitely tourists in there or like Erasmus students or whatever, but the bartender was super friendly and he recommended some items. He even gave us like top-ups on our beers that were practically empty, but then only charged us for one because we still had like a drop of ours. At the end, they gave Hayes like a dessert.
So good.
It was just a really lovely atmosphere. As for the food, we were actually saying how it was like, none of it was like noteworthy. It was all like very decent bar food. But as we were saying that, they brought, not cazuela, whatever the Spanish, like a casserole, whatever, of like a beef with a chimichurri sauce. He brought that and it was delicious and actually memorable. So all in all, like a solid pinchos experience, if not like the most delicious food in the whole world. The atmosphere, even if perhaps it was a tourist trap, I'll have to go read about it on Google, was really nice, and we're super tired. Well, Hayes is super tired, we're pretty tired. And it was a good first evening in Barcelona. Oh, the other thing is, this is very long-winded, I'm so sorry. The other thing is, it's a Sunday night, so a lot of places are closed, and tomorrow a lot of places are closed. So we're here a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Probably not the best time to be in Barcelona, but we're gonna make it work.
Please.
Thank you. All right, so we're at Mercado La Boqueria. Hayes has been wild. That's why it's the first time I'm filming this morning, but we stopped at a Pinoxto bar, which I'm pretty sure is an Anthony Bourdain one, which is why we're here. And we're having some chickpeas.
Do you wanted orange juice on that? Is that what you felt the dish was needing?
I like ribbon.
Sorry?
I like ribbon.
Yeah, it's like a river.
I'm pretty sure Anthony Bourdain's been here. I'm pretty sure Anthony Bourdain did not dump a glass of orange juice on the beautiful seafood salad that I had one bite of before and was delicious. I think it will still be okay. And then we have a big plate of chickpeas with pork that are also wonderful. It's a little chaotic this morning. So see you in a bit. Now we're at Quimet y Quimet, which again, Bourdain came to, and again, is filled with tourists, and again, is a really tasty and lovely experience, and I don't care.
Also dropping so much food on my son's head. He doesn't seem to care.
It opened right at noon. We got here as they were opening the doors. Now it's totally full and it's standing only, so they very kindly gathered together some wine boxes for Hayes to perch on.
So good. Just had some of the pork cheek, had some tomato and bread. Now we're having a salmon with yogurt. What kind of cheese is it? Dunno cheese, artichokes, tomato, and caviar. It's very good. Funny enough, I don't have caviar that much, but when I do, I really like it.
That was a really, really good stop. I have not planned out or researched this very quick trip very much. What a surprise. But that was on my map and I saw that we were nearby and it worked out that we were timing it just right to get there when it opened. What else did I want to say? Had some really delicious food, salmon, pork, and then at the end I wanted one more bite and we had a delicious like artichoke, tomato, cheese, and caviar montadito. Montaditos I think are like little sandwiches. They're served on what to me is like Melba toast. That was the only thing. Like I think it would all be better on bread. Obviously that's not how it's supposed to be, so don't listen to me. But despite being full of Americans, tons of Americans in Barcelona from what I can tell, it was a really wonderful stop. And not super kid-friendly place. Super kid-friendly.
Can I give you?
But we always have a lot of fun doing things we feel like we would do anyways, but doing them with Hayes and knowing that like we can still do it. I don't know, maybe that's lame, but great stop, and we're headed home for Hayes to have a nap. Also, I don't think I've told you how much I love Europe since last night, but there's this like big pedestrian street in the middle of the city so Hayes can walk. I had a €3 glass of wonderful Cava. It's great. Highly recommend. Just so you know that I know this isn't La Rambla, this big pedestrian street. I don't know what it is, but I do know what that is, and this is not that. As promised, we're back at the bar closest to our Airbnb, where I'm having a glass of Cava that costs €2.75, and Hayes is playing with Pete in the playground behind me. We're just having dinner. We are at bar Salvatge. I don't know how to say it. It's a natural wine bar and they have some nice food and it's in our neighborhood, not too far. And this is the evening. It's really early by Spain time. It's like not even 8 o'clock yet.
This is garnacha, chacana, salmon.
Great, thank you.
We're having a couple glasses of wine, a little bit of dinner, and we'll head home for animal bath, which Hayes didn't have yesterday actually because we couldn't figure out a hot water in our Airbnb. It's the next morning, and because we're traveling in 2022, the first item on the agenda is going to get our COVID test so that we can hopefully fly to the States tomorrow morning.
Okay, that's it. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We We walked by this place the other day and it was packed, and Google said it was a chocolate cafe with a kids area in the back. And so we just had our COVID test, but Google Fi turned off our data yesterday because we've been traveling for 6 months. And so we wanted to be somewhere with Wi-Fi. We came back here. We're having a cup of chocolate and some brioche because it's not churro time, which we didn't know. And they've got like all of these toys for Hayes to play with. We've offered it to Hayes like 3 times now, and he refuses to come over from the truck and kitchen dollhouse area.
He's missing out because this is amazing.
Oddly enough, that place seemed like it would be really touristy, but I don't think it was, and it served its purpose. We had Wi-Fi, we sat and had a coffee, our results came in, and they were negative.
To America.
So next stop, Chattanooga! We are at Park Guell. I haven't been here since I was 18. It's different than I remember. Somehow there's less mosaics than I remember. Is that weird? I don't know. Bit of a gloomy day today, and I'm getting hungry. So we're gonna go find some food.
Pete practicing saying Barcelona take 2. Barcelona. 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 Barcelona.
We just had a simple lunch at La Rovira, and now we're gonna head home for Hayes' nap. It's our last evening in Barcelona.
Barcelona.
All right, and we feel like we should see the Sagrada Familia, but we also feel like we should eat some more tapas at those little bars. So we're headed to Bodega Calpep, which I read about in, I don't even know, something random, but it looks right up our alley, very low key. So let's see. Also, it opens at 6 p.m., which seems to be a strategic time to be able to take Hayes to bars in Barcelona before anybody's there. That was a quick detour to get some very stereotypically Spanish things to take home. We got some manchego, some chorizo, and some cava. Tried vermouth for the first time. It's nice. You like that. It's sweet. This place is empty because it's not even 6 o'clock, but it seems like the kind of place that would be fun a little bit later. That was a really good stop. The guy was super sweet. We had some cheese, some sausage, some of the boquerones, I think they're called, like white anchovies. Hayes ran around like a maniac, darted for the door at one point, which gave everybody in there a scare. There were more people in there after we got there. Anyway, great stop, good vermouth. What do you have anything to say?
No, just my heart attack is subsiding after Hayes ran for the door.
There it is! some, you lose some. Tonight we lost some. We took us to a really cool bar that was super crowded and very not kid friendly, and we had a drink outside. It was called Bar Quimet while we waited, but then it wasn't going to happen for us. So then we came to Xula Taperia. It was on my map, but like not somewhere I really cared about. It was just like a Sunday option because they were open, and it has absolutely zero atmosphere. We ordered a few things, one of which looks like pureed meat, baby food, something. It's like a traditional dish of somewhere. I'm sure it's great, but it's not great here. Anyway, that was La Xula? Xula? How do they say the X? Is it Xula or Chula? Whatever it was, I do not recommend it. You win some, you lose some, and honestly, it made me more confident in my previous picks. They were all great, and we liked them at the time, but I like them even more now knowing how bad it can be. Bummer that it was our last night in Barcelona, but not a big deal. We had a great time, and tomorrow we head to Chattanooga. We're home now to pack. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like the video on the screen now. It's everything we ate during our 5 days in Montpellier.